Hi, my name is Heather Mackey. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine. Today we're talking about how to be the change you wish to see in this world. Something I often like to do is visit Mother Nature and be with Mother Nature, and it is apparent that there's a tremendous amount of litter all over her belly. and and I'm no saint of non-judgment. It is and has been my experience, and I've received and downloaded the teaching that to the degree that we judge, to that degree are we not aligned with the truth of our divinity. To that degree have we chosen the wrong path. And the more we are able to come out of judgment and stand in compassion, the closer we get to standing to our truth. My mom would have said, you're made of love, light, and energy. That's your truth. Words are tricky. You know, the scientist calls it energy. The hippie calls it love. The spiritual person calls it light, or, it's like there's lots of words to describe what's going on here. And words can never really do it all justice. I will say that there were periods in my life when I would get really in judgment about the litter, like that. If you're going to be a smoker and poison the air, which I've done, I've been a smoker before, don't throw your cigarette butt on the ground. Why would you do that? Well, why would you smoke at all, Heather? It's a good question to ask myself. I'm glad I don't anymore. But I used to get in judgment and I would get angry. So I would respond to the trash on the earth with a trashy attitude. And what I do know is that my response to the condition I find beloved sacred Mother Earth in when I go to visit her and stand on her belly has another perspective available for me if I would but choose it. And so, it's been quite some time. I chose an alternate perspective in that paradigm, which is called just pick up litter when you're in Mother Nature. Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what others have done. Worry about what you're doing, because you are the steward and the commander of this ship that's moving forward. And now I've gotten to a point where I have a vinyl grocery sack that I pull out of my trunk and I put that on my arm, go in, commune, be at one with nature, thank Mother Earth for giving me a place to stand in space, for feeding me and giving me all of my food and my nutrients that I need, for giving me such beauty and harmony and electromagnetic frequency and meeting my needs in such an infinite number of ways, much like Father Sky and Sun and Moon. And the rain spirits and the clouds and the winds, acknowledging all the elemental spirits here and giving them reverence and giving them some attention today. I will say that it has given me so much peace, because I just get out of the car, grab a bag, and it feels really good to come back to the car with a bag full of trash that I can then throw away and clean out the bag and do it again next time I'm there. And it's become a wonderful simpatico exchange and relationship that I have with Mother Earth. Thank you for all that you've given me and all that you're even giving me today. Like today I did Kundalini, I balanced my chakras, I met a hummingbird and 2 bluebirds and a little tiny finch that came to visit me. And so I got to just have a beautiful, lovely, sacred experience with Mother Nature. And I got to clean up her belly, and I got to give back to her for what she gave to me today. And so grateful to be able to give back and to let her know I'll visit here again, and I'll make sure I get more of this next time I come. Feels better, more of a match to my frequency, to not go into judgment and attack, but to stay in my frequency of love and kindness, which is truth. The rest is false evidence appearing real. It's just fear. It's just fear. False evidence appearing real. There is no threat. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. You're eternal. The earth is eternal. All of your relationships are eternal. Don't fret if you miss someone or feel you got a relationship wrong. You'll meet them again in another flesh costume. You have infinite opportunity to clean up one another's frequencies. So don't worry. You'll meet again. Yay! I can say that as I was communing with Mountain today and just asking for Mountain to download into me any information that Mountain would like to share, this was the teaching that Mountain asked me to bring you here, is that you can be a service-themed entity that offers and extends and creates relationship and gives back to that which is giving to you and feeding you and serving you. A powerful teaching I once received is to give what you came to get. If you want more beauty in your life, go give it to yourself. Go give it to yourself. Go put your eyes off of technology out there in Mother Nature and make sure she's beautified while you're with her. That the grace of her beauty gets to stand alone without trash on her belly. You can give that to yourself in your experience. So when we say be the change, the statement, be the change you wish to see in the world, and this is really kind of like echoed in the annals of most philosophies, is the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So if you're asking for more peace in the world, then don't spend a lot of time and attention hating on the haters, because then you've lost sight of the intent. So we have to stay in the frequency of the intent, of what is intended. And that means that if someone has had a lot of poison, because all babies come in innocent, perfect, whole, and complete. There's no baby that comes in and you think, you evil, tyrannical beast. You just go, ooh, beautiful, innocent, sweet, sacred child. If you have clear sight of what you're looking at. And that child is exposed to environments that are sometimes toxic, sometimes poisonous. And when you ask an infant to drink poison over and over again, eventually they can become a toxic or poisonous adult. And so if you see a poisonous adult and you choose to be hateful, judgmental in response to them, then that's like recognizing someone is poisoned, feeling concern for it, and deciding to drink poison yourself to solve the matter. You see, in order to offer more love and peace and harmony in the world, you would need to be attentive to your offering, because you're with you every single breath. You're with you every single moment. You're with you more than any other entity, and you are actually moving you forward with the choices you're making in each of your nows. And you're always just here now, even if your mind wanders around. So as you move forward in your heres and nows, making choices about what you place your attention on and how you choose to respond to life, and how you're going to, what frequency you're going to exude, what channel you're going to be on. If you experience someone that is misogynistic, separatist, xenophobic, transphobic, homophobic, racist, perhaps someone comes to mind when we say those terms. If you respond to that, all false evidence appearing real, fear-based consciousness, if you respond to that with disdain and hate and judgment, you're not bad and wrong, but you are frequency matching. You're going, ooh, what a terrible frequency. Well, here, have some of that back yourself. You are drinking poison to get the poison out of someone else, which you're not the steward of drawing poison out of others, unless you've chosen to take the medicine person path and you have people literally coming to you saying, help me get the poison out. And there are many medicine people, many medicine people, acupuncturists, chiropractors, yoga instructors, the Reiki healer. There's so many variations of medicine person. I can say that it is powerful to stand in the consciousness, the place that you actually want to have embodied here, to embody that. There's a story that Mountain asked me to share as well, and Spirit has been asking me to share. And I typically don't want to share these stories because they easily can appease the ego. And the ego's not the enemy, it's within me, but it's my goal to be attentive. Am I serving Spirit, or am I serving like that little small s self or that large s self? So I'm constantly looking at that. And I decided this year that if a person of color is pulled over and I had the opportunity and ability, which is almost always the case, then I am going to pull over and put on my Black Lives Matter mask and stand and be a witness with my brethren to ensure that reverence and respect for life and equality is being offered to all entities. I'm not going to step out of my car with a hateful charged energy towards police, which is adding poison to the world, which is not my intent on the medicine person path. I'm going to step out of my car with compassion and awareness that I am a harbinger and steward of greater peace. So there is a great potency in holding the self as having an impact. The fact is, you are impactful. You are impacting all of life that you engage with in every breath. And much of life, television, marketing, brain conditioning, neuropeptide control, would have you believe that you're small and ineffectual and that you should probably just go shopping and mind your business. But actually, because it's one web of life, we know through the 100th monkey that washed the sweet potato on this island, that is, they estimate as soon as the 100th monkey did it, globally all monkeys were washing sweet potatoes. We do know that any entity that chooses to hold themselves in an improved state of life and in a consciousness of that if enough do it, it will influence the entire web. It'll shake the consciousness of the entire web. So I'm going to give you a personal story in my own life. I, as an infant, was assaulted when my diapers were changed. I learned that at the age of 42. I received a download on the trauma. And that trauma actually led me to losing my virginity through rape, and also a long list of sexual assault experiences. So I don't say that because I want pity or sympathy, or I want you to be like, you poor lady. It served me. I'm eternal. Energy can't be created nor destroyed. So just like being burned at the stake in my past life didn't fundamentally hurt me. It did give me the opportunity to have a lot of awareness on the medicine person path of the distinctions and frequencies between poison and medicine. And it also caused me to become aware that if somebody offers poison teaching, false evidence appearing real, fear-based teaching to you in whatever dress it comes in a lot of different dresses down here, racism, xenophobia, homophobia, transphobia. There's a lot of false evidence appearing real dresses that can be put on and dance around in front of you. But when that's offered to you and you're drinking the poison, you might start offering that same poison. So I have been a hypersexualized being my whole life because my body has been hypersexualized since it entered this realm in many ways. And what I did not witness or own or take responsibility for until recently, in recent years, is that it actually caused this shaking, bouncing, hypersexualized energy in me that I didn't even see was influencing my inability to receive a faithful, devoted, loyal partner because the poison was still leaking out of me. So I had to go in, clean it up, recognize like, oh, now I'm still fiercely sexual. Don't get me wrong. I've got plenty of jaguar medicine in me. And I have nothing but great love and for all sexuality that is agreed to by all participants, to each their own. I also know that the only way for me to get into a healthy space was to see where I'm being poisonous and where I'm being medicinal. May you choose a medicinal path and be the change you wish to see. So mote it be.